Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to explore how to set up the simple pipeline script and also using the Jenkins file, how we can set up the Jenkins job, and also we'll be looking into installing the required plugin for this Jenkins job. Okay, so I have set up the Jenkins on this server, which is running on 192.168.0.120, and I have also running a Kubernetes cluster on a different server. So here, if I run kubectl get nodes, so this is my Kubernetes cluster, and here is my Jenkins running. This is the Jenkins controller. And so here, let us see how we can create a simple pipeline script. So before that, let me go into the manage Jenkins and let us see how we can install the required plugin. So for installing a required plugin, once you go into the manage Jenkins, under system configuration, go into the plugins. So here we can install or remove or disable or enable the plugins that is required. For example, if I'm going to use the Git means, I have to install the Git plugin. If I go under installed plugin, okay, so here if I search with the Git, I have already installed the Git plugin here, which is 5.7.0. So this is I have already installed, and similarly if I want to install the blue version, this is the blue version plugin which is also already installed. So similarly you can install the required plugin here as per the pipeline requirement. So once you have the plugin installed, then you can go ahead with the pipeline script. And let us also look into the other options. Like if you want to add any node as a Jenkins agent, under here we can add a new agent as well. So currently we only have one built-in node, which is the Jenkins controller, and we will be running the pipeline script on this built-in node only. And for setting up any credentials under security, we can use the credentials option. So I used this option for setting up the kubeconfig credential. So if you go here, we can see that I have set up the system. There is a kubeconfig. Okay, so using the so here using the secret file, I have uploaded the kubeconfig so that I can access the Kubernetes cluster as well. Okay, and similarly, there are other options like system information, logs, statistics. So you can manage the Jenkins from in this place. Okay, now let us see how to create the simple pipeline script. So here you have to click a new item. So basically you need a admin rights to create this new pipeline. Okay, let me name it sample pipeline, and I'm going to use the pipeline item type and click on OK. So there are other style like a freestyle project pipeline and multi-branch pipeline. So here I'll be using the pipeline script. So click on OK. So now we have created the sample pipeline job, and now let us going to configure this to run as per our requirement. So there are so many options. we can use that. For just to setting up the simple pipeline script, I'm going to use this. So I just created this one. So let me copy this, and then so in the pipeline you have to choose pipeline script, and then you have to write this pipeline script. So basically what it does, so in this stage it will be checking the Git version, and here it will be checking the Maven version, and next this is the Docker version, and here it is going to be the Kubernetes version installed on this cluster. So before we write this script, we have to ensure these already installed in the server. So we will be picking any agent. So this will be running on the built-in node, which is the Jenkins controller. So we have to install this Git on this Jenkins controller, as well as the Maven and Docker as well, so that when we run this command, it will get the required output. And this is going to be executed on the 121 server, where we have the Kubernetes cluster running, and here we are just checking the kubectl version. So let me save this, and let me execute it. So click on build now. So it will generate the build here, and then we can see the console output, what is going on. So if you click on the console output, we can see the steps it is performing. So here you can see it is started by which user. So I have currently logged in as an admin. So that is why you are seeing it is started by admin user. And it is running on Jenkins. This is the Jenkins controller. And then it is running the pipeline script, where it is checking the Git version, and this is the Git version installed on the Jenkins controller, and here it is checking the Maven version, and this is the version we are getting, and next one is the Docker. This is the Docker version installed on that server, and since I have already added the kubeconfig into the credential section, it is not complaining about any authentication, and then it is providing the Kubernetes version. So 1.30 is the version we are using. So if you go into the OpenBlue version, so as I shown previously, this is one of the plugin that I have installed so that we can see it in this better visualization. So here we can see all the stages. So this is the Git version and Maven, Docker, and the Kubernetes version. So if you select each stage, and you can see what was executed. Okay, so here we are running the Maven mvn-v to check the Maven version, and this is the output you are getting. And this is directly putting that codes in the pipeline script. Let's say if you want to create a job that is using the Git, basically, let us test with the GitHub as the Git, and then we can use the Jenkins file to execute the same script. So if we go here and create a new job, pipeline with the Jenkins file. So basically we have to provide this path into this location. So if you go here, instead of pipeline script, let us select pipeline script from SCM, and here you have to provide the Git path. Okay, so repository URL going to be copy this URL and then paste it here. Since it is the public repository, you will be not seeing any authentication issue. But in case if you are using a private repo, you have to supply with the credential for logging into that GitHub. So here we can create the credential and select accordingly. And also basically when you select a pipeline script from SCM, it will be looking for the Jenkins file inside this repository. So we have the Jenkins file already here. So here I'm going to edit this and add the script. Okay, and commit changes. And in the job, so here the branch would be, it's going to be a main because this is running on main branch. And script path, so you have to specify the Jenkins file path. Since it is directly on this repo, I have just given the Jenkins file directly here. But in case if it is located inside a different folder, then you have to provide that path here. And then you can save this and click on build now. Okay, so the build is completed. Now if you go here and look at the output, you can see the similar output like we get in the pipeline script. So this is the Git version and this is the Maven and Docker and also the Kubernetes. So the result is success. And similarly, if you open the blue version, here also you can see that in for each stages. Okay, so that's all in this video and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.